easily. So we start getting into silent judgments. Maybe we are advising ourselves to be like this or that. I'm not doing this. I'm not able to do right meditation. I'm not able to, implement whatever I am learning. I understand, but I'm not able to see change in my life. So these are silent judgments, the self talk, the narrative that is going inside us. So, this whole week, I want a commitment from all of you that you will practice non judgment in every aspect, be it with yourself, people around you, circumstances, situations, whatever it is. Make a commitment for this 1 week. Let's experiment and see what difference it is going to make to us. So, let's promise ourselves and do our best to not judge and to see things neutrally as it is. Shall we do this? How many of us are in? You can type as I am in. Wonderful. Yes. A lot of us are saying I am in. Let's do it, friends. Let's do it. Definitely, let's do it. And as we go through this week, we will have more understanding about why we should not be judging and why it is important to develop this quality. So, quickly, I'll share my screen to understand today's topic, that is going to have a lens of ego and a lens of soul. So when we see things from the lens of soul, everything changes. Absolutely, the reality will start changing. So, what is this soul lens? So, in the book Many Lives, Many Masters, written by Dr. Brian Weiss, he's a psychiatrist. He was doing a lot of research and he documented that his patient Catherine was spontaneously recalling about her past lives under hypnosis. So, through multiple studies like this, Dr. Brian, he came to one truth, one conclusion, saying that the soul evolves through experiences. Each lifetime is a classroom, and each person is learning different lessons. So, this planet, we have always been hearing that this planet is a school which is teaching us a lot of things, and every person has come with a different role to teach something to us. So, we are not here to judge but to learn. So, this will get more clear when we understand the soul evolution. So, in the soul evolution, they say that the soul has five different levels. The first one is infant level. These people are very survival conscious. They operate from instincts. They are basically for the physical existence, like the safety, food, and they are mostly operating from the fear of death. And they have territorial behaviors. They are very reactive and impulsive. From a judgmental mind, these people might look like they are very primitive, but from the lens of soul, they are learning this lesson of survival. So we have to see them as, they are just born and having new experiences with instincts. And the second level is the baby soul, which is these people are a little disciplined, they are belief oriented, and they have certain tradition and culture that they follow. So they have a very strong sense of this is right, this is wrong, this has to happen in this way itself. So they are little rigid. So you might feel like, with a judgmental mind, feel that they are very narrow minded. Whereas if you see from the lens of soul, they are building moral structure. So the soul is learning to order and discipline in this uh, lifetime. So the level three is the young souls. These people are very ambitious. They want to achieve, they want to have power, they want to get recognition, they want to have a lot of attention from people. So competition drives them individualistic, and they are material success oriented. So these people might look like as if they are very sorry. Yeah. So they are very egoistic, but from the lens of the soul, they are mastering the material world. They want to make sure they are able to create material with their thought power, and they become very egoistic. And the fourth level is mature souls. These people are empathetic and they are little deep. They are sensitive. They give a lot of importance to relationship, and they have an awareness about the emotions. They keep valuing the connections over status like the previous level. So the judgment might say these people are very sensitive and emotional, but from the lens of soul, they are learning compassion and emotional intelligence. So these people are expanding into empathy. And the last is the old soul. These people are having that unity consciousness from survival. The old souls come into the unity consciousness where they are non-materialistic. They don't relate to the outside material world. They feel very different, and they are more peace oriented and reflective. So judgmental mind might call them as very detached or impractical, where they are not doing the usual system, they're not following the usual system on the planet, but the lens soul will say that they are integrating into lifetimes of experiences. So with this understanding, this might sound a little unscientific, but while I was doing my research, I understood that this is also backed by developmental psychology, where Robert Kegan, he did immense work in the human evolutionary study, and he told that different level of human evolution exist in the stages of adults develop. So he has again divided the developmental stages, showing that there are impulsive, socialized, self-authorizing, and self-transforming stages. So these stages are very similar to the levels that we just saw. So scientifically, also, the Robert Kegan concluded saying that people do not see reality objectively, or they do not see reality as it is, but they see reality through their current stage of development. So we cannot expect everybody to be in the same state of understanding. That is why we are not supposed to judge anybody. So the power of understanding is, instead of judging people, that which will shrink our consciousness, let's try to understand in which stage they are. Understanding is not labeling, saying that you are a baby soul. Not at all. That is again a judgment. But understanding is that happens within yourself, an introspection, and you see what is life teaching them and what is it teaching me. So you start introspecting. With this, what gets activated within you is you start taking different perspectives. You will not see life just with your lens, but you will start seeing life with different perspectives, which will expand your consciousness. And when you start getting into the shoes of other people, the compassion starts circuiting within you. It's very natural. Without compassion, without empathy, we cannot get into the shoes of other people. So once you start doing that, your nervous system will start being very calm. Instead of reacting and shooting stress hormones, it will start understanding, and cognitive flexibility, you will start building that. So the power of understanding will let us be in the growth mindset, in the evolution mindset. So all of us humans are in process of growing, process of evolving. So let's not judge anybody, maybe be it within the family or outside the world or your own self. Do not judge. Let's try to understand instead of judging. So, with that, let's intend for the day. I request all of you to close your eyes and take this commitment for the whole week not to judge anybody, anything at any cost. So let's intend today. I choose understanding over judgment. I see every being, including myself, as evolving. Let me be compassionate and loving to myself and everyone around me. Thank you.